Hey y'all, we're gonna do our July wrap up today, but I just wanted to kind of sit somewhere a little bit more comfy and get this done and have a little Achilles. He probably won't be there the whole time, but yeah, have a little guest feature. But yeah, we're gonna talk about all the things I did in July, the books I read, kinda, the music I listened to, movies I watched, your typical. So let's get started. Starting off in July, well, I think I started reading the book towards the end of June, but I read Taming 7 as my first book. Wow. I gave that one 4.75 stars. That book is kind of the first book in the Boys of Tommen where we are not with the Lynch kids. It follows Gibbs and Claire, which Gibbs is Johnny Kavanaugh's best friend and Claire is Shannon's best friend. But Claire and Gibbsy, they have been friends for a really long time. They have, their parents were best friends. And obviously they're best friends. They had kids. Their kids ended up being best friends. They live right across the street from each other. So definitely childhood best friends. Gibbsy is class clown. He is the comedic relief in the books. But geez, this book, in Chloe Walsh fashion, tears you apart. This was probably the first Boys of Tommen book where I physically cried. The other four, I was like, what's the word? Gagged, but not in a good way because of the drama and things that happen to these kids. But this one, I didn't see coming. Gibbsy's story is I think some people were mad when it first came out because they wanted, I don't know, they wanted something else. You can never appease people nowadays. But with this one, Claire's still very, surface level to me. I don't think we've really had anything bad happen to her, knock on wood, because, once again, in the Chloe Walsh fashion, I don't think that's going to stay true. There's still a lot to happen in this series, but with Gibbsy, you learn a lot. And also that book kind of started my, not hatred for Lizzie, but, bro, why are you always so mean? Which goes into the next book I read, which was Releasing 10. I also gave that one a 4.75 star. I still enjoyed the story because Chloe Walsh just such a raw storytelling with the things that Lizzie has gone through. And oh my God, I'm not saying that it, going through bad stuff gives you the right to be a bad person or mean or hostile, but you really peel those layers back of Lizzie in this. It follows Lizzie and Hugh, Hugh is Claire's older brother, and they were in a relationship as children, essentially. But oh my God, Lizzie, once again, every character in this story, I just want to give a giant hug to, because wow. I think I almost cried at the end of it because it was not a happy ending. Chloe technically releases duologies, but she kind of mixed it up this time. She went from Gibbs and Claire to Lizzie and Hugh, and it doesn't happen in the same storyline. Essentially, they're all kind of staggered, but you still really get to see things with Lizzie, and I read a lot of dark stuff, but some of those moments in that book had me literally what the helly? What the heliante? Check your triggers. Not my job to list triggers for you because we all have different triggers. I apparently don't have a lot of triggers. So this book still really moved me, but what the F? Those books put me in a dang reading slump. I physically could not read anything else. I think I've picked up 4 or 5 books and have tried to read them. But there was one book I did have to finish, and that was for my book club, which I read Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I gave that 5 stars. Queen, TJR, every time. Every single time, guys. She does such a beautiful job with historical fiction. It does not I have read books where Charles Darwin is alive, and that's too far back for me. That's too, like, you can't show your ankles. I can't do, like, that's some people's cup of tea. Not here. But I think if TJR did something like that, I would eat it up. You follow Joan, and Joan is essentially the main character, but there's a lot of side characters. Joan's going to be an astronaut. She's going to work at NASA. She is pretty much big sister through and through. She watches out for her little sister and her sister's daughter a lot. But Joan was a badass female main character. She does have a friend. I don't know if that like spoils it. I would have to read the synopsis, but I can't go too far into detail with Joan's relationship with Vanessa. But Vanessa's also another badass bitch. Like, these women, like, Taylor Jenkins Reid, she writes women so well. Like, I don't think I've read Daisy Jones and the Six, Malibu Rising, and The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I don't think there's any bad books of hers. She did so well. I was so happy to have a 5-star, because I haven't had a 5-star since I read The Women by Kristen Hanna, and that's also another historical fiction. I've only read one Kristen Hanna book, but I don't know. If you're thinking of picking up a Taylor Jenkins Reid's book, do it. I usually do hers in audio because she picks the best narrators, and this one did not disappoint at all. So with that being said, I read 3 books in July that equaled out to 1,773 pages, because Chloe Walsh's books are ginormous. They're so long. For why? Well, Taming 7 was not that long. I think it's her shortest of them. But Releasing 10, I could kind of see why it was very long. So I'll take that. I did 2 digital, 1 audio. I have Chloe Walsh's physical copies, but these grandma eyes cannot see that small writing. I just can't. I can't. I had no reading streak. I mean, I think, let's see, I read for 6 days straight, but I'm telling you, this past month, I was barely reading. There was one, I'm looking at it right now, I read 1 day out of the week at one point. The slump was slumping, and I don't know, but that puts me at 35 out of 50 books for the year, which I think is still really good, because it's already halfway through the year, and I'm pretty much almost there, right? Hopefully, if I read like I used to, I should be fine, right? Does math. How many more books do I need? What? 15. I need 15 books. Yeah, 15, and 15, August, September, October, November, December. I have to read 3 books a month. So I can literally still read what I've been reading but I don't want to, because I have a lot of arcs coming up, and I'll be fine. We're going to be fine. It's going to be fine. My favorite book of last month was Atmosphere. Did I finish that day of book club? Yes, I did. No regrets, though, because it was fresh in the noggin, so I could talk and yap about it. So, also, I'm sorry, I keep touching my hair. I literally just blow dried it, and if you can't tell, I got a cute little dye job thanks to the best hairstylist in the entire world, but I just blow dried my hair, and my bangs are not sitting how they want. I also feel like there's more pink on this side. I don't know, but I love it. But it's, yeah, so I'm gonna stop now. Moving on. Movies, shows. What did I watch? I watched Superman. That one was a good one. I don't know why people are so mad. I think people are mad because it's kind of relative to what's going on right now. But I watched Superman. Loved it. I did have to, if you are like me and physically cannot watch a movie where a dog may die, doesadogdie.com is literally my best friend. Had to look that up before the movie, because I told my husband that I would walk out. And he knows this. Like, we saw Guardians of the Galaxy, I think the most recent one. A lot of animal abuse. and death. And he literally looked at me and he said, I'm sorry, I didn't know it was like this. And I'm like sobbing. I have a new hyperfixation. And I think the entire world does. K-pop Demon Hunters. I watched that movie 3 times. I don't rewatch movies just like I don't rewatch books. It's my ADHD. I do have like comfort TV shows, but I have a comfort movie now. I could watch that movie over and over again. I listened to the soundtrack over and over again. Loved it. Need it all. I am also watching, obviously, The Summer I Turned Pretty. Team Conrad all the way. Don't hate Belly. Okay? She's just a girl. Is she innocent? No. But please tell me if you made sound decisions when you were 21 years old. The Belly hate, in my opinion, sometimes is so forced. I didn't see Laura Jean hate. Never saw it. Belly has been a child her whole time. And people hate on her. Bonrad for life. Whatever. South Park is back with that episode. Chef's kiss. Loved it. Perfect. Beautiful. Nobody's safe from South Park. That's all I have to say. We also watched, when we were driving to El Paso, we watched the Poop Cruise. That was disgusting. And guess who also booked a cruise this past month? We did. We'll be going in January. We also got a balcony, because if you know, you know. I am back in my anime, kind of. I used to watch, during COVID, I was watching a lot of anime, and I don't know what happened. It just kind of fell off. I think I can't watch, I'm not a snob. Dub, sub, I don't care. But I physically have to be doing something else right now when I watch TV. So, yeah. But my husband and I, one of our animes that we do watch together, Shield Hero, came back. I love Shield Hero. If you are like standoff with anime because you see like these crazy misogynistic characters, like women drawn crazy, Shield Hero is perfect. Shield Hero has some badass women in there. And it's like, I love it. There's fighting, action, there's some yearning. It's just a good story. So it's definitely something that like you and if your partner really enjoys anime, but he or she may be against romance and stuff like that, but you still want, this is perfect for you. And then I did start Apothecary Diaries. I haven't I think I'm like halfway through the first season. I'm enjoying it. Little mystery, but I have just been so consumed with everything else in life. But that's kind of my, things. If you have more anime recommendations for me, let me know. July wrap up as far as games and other hobbies go, Sims and Animal Crossing. That's it. Have I really done anything on my Animal Crossing island? No. I just run around. It's been great. And then I did finish my book, my Bedazzled book I finished Binding 13. I bedazzled it. Bejeweled it. I keep calling it Bejeweled, but top songs of July. Starting at number 3, we have Golden by Huntrix. 2, we have This Is What It Sounds Like by Huntrix. Why am I obsessed with a band that doesn't exist? A group that doesn't exist. Number 1, Jump by Blackpink. I don't want to say I'm in my K-pop era, but this movie definitely brought it to light for me. My 2 younger sisters love K-pop, so one of them made me an entire playlist. Thanks, Brooklyn. Been listening to that. Love it. Every time I hear a song I like, I just put it in my like songs, and then I feel like a cool big sister because I'll be driving them, and then it'll come on my like playlist, and they'll be like, "Ooh, you like this song? Yay!" And it's like, cool. Top 3 artists of July, Gracie Abrams, number 3, 7 Lions, number 1. I'll give you $1 if you guess correctly. Just kidding. I don't have that many dollars. Taylor Swift. What can I say? What can I say? When I'm anxious and I'm driving, guess who I'm listening to? Only Taylor Swift. Things I did in July. We went to El Paso for the 4th. That was fun. I love seeing my in-laws. My in-laws are literally the most loving and caring people in the entire world. I'm so lucky to have them. Literally. I eat so much food when I'm there. So much food. So much freaking food. We really didn't do much in July. El Paso, and then I went to Houston to go visit my best friend Mallory with my other best friend Kat. We are what we call the Rat Girls. We went to the beach out there. We went to Pop Mart. Got a blind box, obviously. Went to Joe's Crab Shack. Haven't had that in a while. Kind of overrated, but it was fun. And we also had so much Taco Bell the first night there. It was great. It was perfect. And then Danny's grandma came in, I think the week before I left for Houston, and we went to the Riverwalk, which here is like everybody's favorite thing to do. I don't really care, but it's fun. We took, Danny has very young siblings, so we took them to go on the boat. It's like a little riverboat tour thing. That was fun because they just get so amazed by everything. I gave my littlest sister-in-law, Bella, she's baby. She's like 4. Sorry. I gave her her first Labubu, and she literally is sleeping with it all the time. I love it. Because, yeah. You gotta do what you gotta do. July was a very chill month for us. Work, literally crazy. I was dead all the time. But it's good to be busy in my line of work, I guess. But other than that, not too much. I'm hoping that this reading slump is done. I will be doing some traveling this coming up month. And also moving my baby sister, my Shayla, to college in a couple weeks. Sad. Let's hope I fit some reading in there. I definitely will. As always, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and see my July wrap up. If you guys are interested in, I have a lot of arcs to tackle, and I'm thinking of maybe doing like an arc vlog. That sounds so weird, because I need to get some arcs done. I got accepted into the Simon Teen publishing program, and they literally spoil us. Hoping I get that fearful arc. Lauren Roberts, if you're hearing me, please send that to me. So I have arcs to catch up on, because they send a lot. If you want it, that you got it. But other than that, let me know how your July went. What was your favorite book of the month? Thank you guys for hanging out with me. As always, do all the YouTube things, like, comment, subscribe. I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and bye.